Battery-powered security cameras, a great option when you're trying to secure your home, because sometimes you can't run wires in your house, you don't have an attic, you have a really old house, whatever it may be. We come into that challenge all the time here at Silverhammer when we're installing cameras for people. So when you have a battery-powered camera, you can just basically stick it up whatever. The downside of that is you're going to be charging batteries every couple months, and sometimes that's a pain in the butt. Got to get the ladder out, got to do whatever. So a lot of camera companies have made solar panels, a lot of accessory makers have made solar panels. And today we're talking about one of those, and we're talking about one made by a very reputable company called Wasserstein. They make a lot of accessories for different products, smart home products, and specifically security cameras, near and dear to my heart. And today we're talking about a solar panel they made for the new Nest Doorbell battery. And so we're going to unbox it, we're going to install it on a Nest Doorbell battery, and then after a little bit of use, we're going to tell you what we think about it. Let's get started. What up, everyone? It's George Langenbeer with Silverhammer Surveillance. Here on the channel, we talk tech and we talk security. And today we're kind of talking about something that's both. That seems to be happening a lot lately, and I love it. Anyway, we're talking about an accessory for a smart home device that's also a security device, which is the Nest Doorbell battery camera. And we're talking about an accessory, a solar panel for that camera, made by Wasserstein. Makes a lot of great accessories. Now, they did send this to me, which I very much appreciate, but they're not sponsoring this video, so this is going to be my honest opinion on this device. But basically, the solar panel will charge your Nest Doorbell battery. And as I said in the intro, you know, a lot of times these battery options are great. You can just put them up wherever. You don't have doorbell wiring, bam, you can put them up, but then you got to charge that battery. So this is a solution to fix that problem. So let's get started by unboxing it. And I've used a lot of Wasserstein accessories for various products, and they've all been pretty fantastic. We did a review a while back of several different Nest accessories for those new Nest cams. Put my knife away so we don't get all...
Safety first.
Safety first. Yeah, this solar panel, I would say compared to like Ring or other solar, or like Arlo, the other solar panels I've used, this is a pretty sleek looking one. Kind of got a little more mesh to it. Pretty small, so one of the problems with solar panels for these cameras is that aesthetically, they got to be pleasing. You have a wire going from this to the doorbell, so the nicer looking this is, the better.
Looks like it's got a substantial amount of wiring, like a length.
Right, and that's great for convenience, but it can also be bad for aesthetics because then you got to hide that wire. Or maybe you're just a person that doesn't care. I personally care, and wires drive me nuts. But anyway, but yeah, they give you a nice length for flexibility. And then you got documentation, which does have a nice little user manual and instruction booklet. And then you've got the mount to put it actually on the wall, and then some installation hardware. So that's it. So we're going to set one up, and then we're going to review it and come back to you and tell you what we think. See you soon. Okay, so we're back. So if you check out last week's video, look in the link in the description below, we did a review of the Wasserstein 3-in-1 charger / floodlight for the indoor-outdoor Nest battery camera. We did that at Dan and Ashley's house. Ashley was Silverhammer's first employee, always very grateful for her and her support, and then Dan is her husband. So while we were there, we decided to also install the Nest battery doorbell, and then this accessory also from Wasserstein, which is their solar panel to power that battery doorbell. So thanks again for Dan doing all the work, and then for them both giving us our input, and then us checking out ourselves. So basically, it's a battery camera. So, if you don't have doorbell wiring, you're going to have to charge that battery. If you have doorbell wiring, great. But this actually ended up working out because Dan and Ashley had a blind spot on the back of their house where they didn't have doorbell wiring. And so we thought we'd just put the solar panel there and give them a nice little extra view of their backyard. So you just want to install this within 13 feet of the doorbell. The cord on this is 13 feet. And that can be a good thing or a bad thing. My one complaint about this thing is that cord. If you don't have something to hide it, in the case of Dan and Ashley, we were able to tuck it in the siding, which was great. And it actually looked fine. But if you look on their box, I don't like this. It's just hanging there. So that could be a problem for aesthetics. Also, it could be a problem for a person just cutting the cord, whatever it may be. But it would be best if you can hide it in some way. So just, again, keep in mind, and you also obviously want to put the solar panel where there's sun. So position that within 13 feet of the doorbell and just make sure it's got direct sunlight. But if you do that, then bam, you don't have to charge your battery anymore, and that's great. And as far as the construction, it's just pretty much like any other solar panel out there. Ring has them, Wasserstein has several others. So it's just plastic and a solar panel, which is fine. That's what you want it, you want it out of reach so people can't tamper with it, but it's made just fine. So I find that they've worked great. They've lasted a long time. I've used these for several years. So we'll see on this one. We didn't have several years to test this, obviously, but it keeps that battery charged and does its job, and that's really all you need it for. So $49.99, pretty reasonable price. Great alternative to having to go out there and charge it all the time. And so I want to thank Wasserstein again for sending this to us. Not a sponsored video, just our honest review. But they've sent us products in the past, and I appreciate that. So check in the link in the description below for some of our past videos on that. And again, we just did the one on the 3-in-1 charger Floodlight last week. Check that out. But what do you think? Do you have one of these? Do you have a Nest doorbell and you're sick of charging the battery, thinking about getting one? I'd recommend it. Again, Wasserstein makes some great accessories, officially made for Google. You want it to be officially endorsed by the company, which they are, so that's fantastic. So it's just like the next best thing to actually getting a Google product. So yeah, I'd highly recommend it if you're sick of charging that battery. But yeah, let me know in the comments. I'd love your feedback. And smash the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your continued support. We talk tech, we talk home security. We have a video every Tuesday. And until the next one, peace and love.